Hey everybody! It's Vanessa, and you are watching Coffee Break with Vanessa, where you get to change the world simply by loving your own. And I am super, super happy that you are here with me today. I'm super excited about today's episode. If you are following, then you have already seen the previous episodes. If not, you can click on the link below and get directed to the YouTube channel. You can go to my website, www.coffeebreakwithvanessa, to see the other episodes and find out more about me, what I'm up to, what the message is here. And hopefully you'll stay tuned by clicking like on the page. And you'll get a video every Thursday with me having a delicious cup of joe. Yeah. Cheers. And talking about things such as tools for your business, interviewing amazing people that are expanding consciousness. Most importantly, this is about loving your own world, loving your life, loving yourself, because that truly is enough to change the world, and it's more than enough. And I'm really excited to delve into the different aspects and the different ways that shows up in our lives. So on today's episode, I really wanted to touch base on something that has been, it's been in my space for a while, girl and boy, and I'm really excited to share it with you. So I am a healer, I am a singer, I am a storyteller. Yes, this is true. And yet all of these roles and identifications with these roles in my life do not define who I am or what you are. As a Reiki teacher, which I am a Reiki teacher, a lot of people were surprised to hear that. I can do attunements for people in their Reiki practice. However, Reiki has been such a valuable tool for me, and what I really want to share in this message is three things. So, one, Reiki is a gateway drug. It is the newest gateway drug because it is the one thing that once you decide, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do my Reiki 1 attunement, I'm going to learn about my chakra system, I'm going to learn about the masculine and feminine, I want to learn about this thing called universal life force energy that they call Reiki. If you look up Reiki online right now, you'll find various different sites explaining where Reiki came from. Some people will say it's from Tibet and Egypt and Atlantean times. I mean, the list goes on. It was most recently discovered in the 1800s by a Japanese doctor, Mr. Dr. Usui. And because he's Japanese and it kind of got pulled from that part of the world, you'll see some sites that say it's a Japanese healing modality. However you want to call it, this universal life force energy has existed since the beginning of time, I would assume. And so I've always said this, if anybody knows me, do not get attached to the words, right? The words that describe a type of energy. So let's start with the gateway drug, Reiki, level 1. I am a Reiki teacher, and you are the master. I will repeat that again. I am the Reiki teacher, and you are the master. I remember the first time I met a Reiki master, and without even trying, the moment the word master appears, there's this reverence, this feeling of, oh my God, wow, I'm in the presence of a master. And it brings up all kinds of emotions and interpretations and perceptions of what's happening in that reality, in that moment of time, and how we communicate with that person and how we communicate with ourselves. I was really lucky when I first started on my Reiki journey. I was surrounded by so many amazing healers, and my Reiki master was beyond words and powerful. And I remember thinking to myself, how can I ever be a master? I would have to do this for years, and I would have to study for years and probably go to India. Does this mean I have to go to Japan? How do you really know if you're a master? What makes someone a master? And did I have what it takes to be that? And then when you're around such powerful healers, you're sort of sitting there like, well, can I do that? Would I ever be able to tap into that energy or tap into that experience of knowing? Luckily for myself, I was a demand to know what energy worked through me. And so I told the universe, I want to know who's working through me, what's working through me. Where do you want me to go with this healing work? Fast forward, after my Reiki level 2, I ended up meeting a healer, Mohammed Eshtahar, which I will be interviewing and sharing and introducing you to him. And this is a healer who is not limited by words whatsoever. And he connects you directly to source like that. Like, it's not a joke. Like, and after, that feeling of presence that you have and you experience after you've done like an hour of Kundalini or, an hour meditation, that presence, that knowing, that feeling, he gives you that within a touch, within a hug. Sometimes he doesn't even have to do either. You're just in the space and it's there. And that really shook my world because I started thinking, oh, but Reiki is like, you have to get attunements and you have to know the symbols and then you have to practice on yourself every day and you have to do all this stuff. And it's like, there's a structure to this stuff. There's a lineage to this. There's years and years of practice. And I mean, how can someone just like that go and do that? And then I realized for myself, how silly of me. That's such a Vanessa thing to say. So Vanessa is new to this, but the soul that breathes life into this identity and personality form that I've taken on this lifetime, that soul, that energy, that being knows this. It knows it so well. It doesn't need a single symbol. It doesn't need a single attunement. It doesn't need anything because it is infinite in its abundance of power and healing energy. So then looking forward, I was like, okay, well, what's the point of becoming a Reiki master teacher if you can just access this energy and you don't need these things, because we don't need them, right? So that brings me to part 2 of this conversation. I have no interest in pursuing a type of career with Reiki teacher to go and start creating masters and level 2s and huge classrooms. I mean, maybe the universe has a different plan for me. Maybe that is what it's going to end up being. But the reason I wanted to get Reiki master teacher is because I have 100% confidence and knowing, it's just a knowing inside of me, that you are the master. You watching this video, you have all the same healing capabilities as the most profound and highest master in the world, someone you revere. I am an adamant stand that everybody does Reiki 1. And the reason why is because you'll learn about your energetic system. You'll learn about the chakra system, the imbalances. What does it mean to be overactive? What should you eat for that? What tones should you listen to? What does it look like to have a balanced chakra, a sacral chakra, or a balanced heart chakra? It's easy for you to recognize other people too. A lot of people are fighting different battles. And some people think it's like the psychic ability, but if someone starts talking to me about how much, they're having fights with their moms or their dads, or they're doing different things that don't make a difference for themselves, these are things that will automatically come into my head, and then I know for sure, like, oh, that's just an imbalanced root chakra. Okay, cool. So you get to learn a lot about your own system, why you are the way you are, why you operate the way you do. And number 2 is, I am here to say this with so much humbleness in my heart, but the time of the guru and the master is over. It's dead. It's gone. Let me say that again. The time of the guru and the master is dead, and it is gone. It no longer serves us in our journey of evolution and expansion of consciousness to continue to think that we need someone else or that we need something else to get us to where we want to be. You are connected to Source every single moment of every single day for the rest of your life until infinity, beyond this life. You don't need anything. And once you actually take that power into your own hands and access the power within you, the master within you, you will recognize and humbly be in awe of every human being around you, rather than those that go around with the title master. You are the guru. You are the master. You don't need a book. You don't need a next life course. You don't need another Reiki session. You have everything you need. You really do. Some of you have made soul contracts to heal in this capability, in this modality, and that's great. You'll know if that's for you. And some of you haven't. And that's okay. It's not about a good or bad or right or wrong thing at all. At all. So I encourage you to, if you've never heard of Reiki, if you've never done Reiki, get a session. Experience what it is like to connect to Source in that way. If you have already dabbled with Reiki, I encourage you stop seeing a Reiki master. Go get your level 1. Go get your level 2. Be your own master. Heal yourself. Empower yourself. You don't need anybody else. You don't want anybody else. Trust me. Source energy is connected to you and always talking to you. And then the third thing that I wanted to share out of this is I am not disrespecting anybody who's watching this by saying, oh, you're not a master. We all are masters. But I'm inviting all of us healers that have powerful presence and following and influence. I'm really asking you all from the bottom of my heart to do some inner work. Ego is not a bad thing. The idea to have an ego being a bad thing is to not love a part of yourself. So please stop doing that. But ego does identify with roles and attach itself to roles and what it means to be that. So as we progress with this consciousness expansion of healer and singer and writer and dancer and yoga teacher and author and crystal gem expert, whatever it is that you do, remember, it's not who you are. It's just something you do. You are infinite, abundant source energy with no name and no title. The healing matters. Don't get me wrong. I know the healing matters. That's it for today. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you guys next week. Keep loving, keep healing, keep giving, and remember, you really can change the world simply by loving your own. Mwah! Enjoy your coffee. Until next week. Bye!